getting a lot of questions about my love life and if I'm gonna date again. And the thing is I have pretty high standards. This is who I would totally date. It's Duratan from Warcraft, and he really is the love of my life. I mean, the first time you see him in the movie Warcraft, he's looking at his wife with this intense look of love, and it's the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. And yeah, I would totally date that. Hello, look at those tusks. That's the vision. I mean, it's kind of high standards, but I think we can make it happen.
Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, so I just did a video on Christine leaving, having hope, and all of the exciting parts of her leaving. But I want to talk to you guys about her dating life because she says she's ready to date, but she's not ready to date. And I'm just like, I'm here for it. Would you watch a show of Christine, literally like dating show? You know how they did like Kate plus date? Could they do Christine plus date? Could we do like a dating? No, she doesn't know. Her private life should be private when it comes to that. It was just an idea. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. She is basically come out and denounced polygamy, which is amazing, right? And in an interview with People magazine, she said that she is ready to date. Well, sort of. She said that would love to find someone to love.
Looking forward to dating, of course, because I'm not, I don't want to be single for the rest of my life, for goodness sake.
And she said, when she grew up, the only thing she ever wanted to be was a polygamist because that's what she knew. She said, I had an ideal childhood and I was raised with so much love. And she said, I only ever wanted a polygamous marriage. And she said that, as she has said on the show, she didn't want to be a first wife. She didn't want to be a second wife. She always wanted to be a third wife because she felt like the first wife had to deal with the husband all the time and she didn't want that responsibility. The second wife would always become like the enemy of the first wife and there would always be tension. And she just felt like a third wife would sort of like even things out. And she felt like it would be the easiest place for her to be. And coincidentally, most men don't have more than 3 wives. That's what Kristen Decker had mentioned to me when I spoke with her. So a lot of times when someone wants to be a third wife, it's like you're the last wife. You don't expect the guy to take another one. She said that, when she first got into the relationship with Kody, she said Mary and Janelle weren't enemies, but they weren't really getting along. They didn't get along. She said, then I came in and it evened it all out. So she sort of became like the peacemaker, like she's described. She said it was crowded and we had so much fun together raising their kids. She said that as the years passed, though, their marriage began to break down. And she said, I needed more communication, more trust. And I realized we didn't really have a partnership. That just kind of unraveled it. So she realized that she didn't have a lot of depth in her marriage with Kody. And I was like, I told you guys yesterday, like, if you don't have a partner that's like on the same page as you, like how do you trust that person? If you don't have someone in your life that you can go to with all of your deepest, darkest secrets and not trust that they're going to go take that and put that somewhere else, how do you trust them? And yesterday, I said this in my other video, someone came on there and they said like, these women know that the husband is going to be sleeping with another wife. But does that really make it easier? Just because that's going to happen, does that really take away the pain that you might experience when you feel that way? And then when they do feel that way, they're told that it's selfish, right? It's selfish. It's not selfish. She says that she has now left her fundamental Mormon faith. She's living in Utah. And she says, I get to live my life for me. Now, if you're wondering, Cooking with Just Christine is coming back, and it's actually debuting on the same night as Sister Wives. So on September 11th, season 2, it's still going to be on a digital, but it's coming back. So she'll have a second season, which is amazing, okay? And when she started talking about relationships, she said, I want a partnership. I want a guy who actually loves me and wants to be with me intimately. The attraction needs to be there. There needs to be mutual chemistry, but I love the idea of a romantic relationship eventually. adventures would be good, someone who wants to try new things, because now I'm into trying new things all the time. I just want to have fun all the time.
Like, I'm enjoying it now. I didn't know life could be simple. I didn't know that my life was complicated. I didn't know my previous life was complicated. And now when I look back on it, I'm like, oh my gosh.
She said, I will be a monogamist from here on out. Polygamy is not for me anymore. People can do it, it's fine, live your life, but no, not for me. She's going to be a monogamist and she wants to start dating, okay? And apparently Truly's not ready for that. So Truly told her mom that she is not ready for her to start dating. She doesn't know if she could handle her mom starting to date, okay? So when it comes to her potentially getting like hooked up with someone or, you know, meeting someone, Truly is, and I'm trying to think of like Truly, she's gone through a lot. Her parents split up, she's moved. She's got a lot to deal with. She's trying to navigate all of those feelings. I think I personally don't have parents that were divorced, but I know that divorces can be very hard on children. Like, they're difficult, but then they can also be very good because it gets the parents away from each other. Sometimes it's like the healthiest thing for the kids, for the parents to split up, because being in the toxicness of the relationship isn't healthy for anyone. So, but that still doesn't mean it's not a challenge for her. And so she probably just needs a little bit of time to adjust to like, okay, this is what life is like now, before she gets introduced to like some new guy that is going to like be the new person in her mom's life. I'm sure Christine is like itching for that, because I'm sure in a way she feels like she has been probably unhappy for such a long time. So when she brought up dating, she said, I would love to date. I love the idea of having a partner. But I talked to Truly about it the other day, and she was like, Mom, I really like how things are now. Down the road, I'm just going to let fate take care of that one. I want a guy who actually loves me and wants to be with me. I'll be a monogamist from here on out. She actually did a super funny TikTok, and on the TikTok, she was basically like comparing herself to like this action figure. I think he's from some sort of movie, and how this is like her ideal man.
I've been getting a lot of questions about my love life and if I'm going to date again. And the thing is I have pretty high standards. This is who I would totally date. It's Duratan from Warcraft, and he really is the love of my life. I mean, the first time you see him in the movie Warcraft, he's looking at his wife with this intense look of love, and it's the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. And yeah, I would totally date that. Hello, look at those tusks. That's the vision. I mean, it's kind of high standards, but I think we can make it happen.
And this is her high standards, and so that's why she's still single. I mean, she's only been out for like 10 months now, you guys. Think of like just trying all of these new things for firsts. So here's my thought. Christine has an infectious life and an infectious heart, and so happy. And Kristen Decker was telling me that she only wants these women to experience like real romantic love. And I do hope that Christine gets to experience that. I hope she finds someone that will give her what she needs, will be kind and gentle with her heart, that will cater to her every whim, that will spoil her and adore her and make her feel like the most important person in the world. I also hope that she finds someone that's patient and kind to her children. And I hope she finds someone that's able to walk through like the Duggars, the tough stuff that she's gone through. It's really easy for women that have left polygamy to want to keep a positive space and a positive face and to always look happy, because that's been ingrained in them to be happy and positive, and they're told from a young age to be happy always. And sometimes it's okay to be not okay. So I hope she finds someone that will say it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to have feelings. Because the one thing I feel like Kody does to all of his wives that is so unfair is he doesn't allow them to have feelings. He didn't allow them to have autonomy. He didn't allow them to have feelings and how they felt about things. When they did have feelings, he would gaslight them and turn it around on them and make them feel like they were the problem. I hope that she can find someone that will validate her feelings and make her realize that like you can express your feelings without feeling like you're going to get verbally abused. She actually said Kody was okay with the split he was furious about her moving. So the hardest part of the breakup wasn't about them ending their relationship. It was about her leaving and moving to Utah, which apparently is going to be a big part of this next season. And that was something that he didn't want her to do. Probably because he knew the further that she got away from him, the less likely that she would come back, and the less control he could have over her, and the less influence he could have over her. I mean, for Kody, he's not losing a wife, he's losing a child and a family, right? And Isabella's still angry at him. Have you noticed, has Kody really engaged with any of his kids? When the kids post pictures on Instagram, do they ever share photographs of their father? No. McKelty never shares photos of her dad. Aspen never shares photos of her dad. Isabel never shares photos of her dad. Gwendolyn never shows photos of her dad. Peyton never shows photos of his dad. I have a sense that like Christine and the kids are going to become like this insular unit. And while they might have some connections now, I think it'll become more and more separated the more acclimated she gets away from things, because the two worlds don't collide and it's two fundamentally different belief systems. And as much as they can integrate around us, when you have such completely it's like butting heads. And Kody's going to be super careful about her not trying to influence anyone else from leaving, because that's what Kristen said happens, is as soon as someone leaves, they're shunned, they're outcast, they're told like she's dangerous, she's this, she's that. So I'm sure people are telling lies about her in their community, but Christine is strong and she will get through this. And I do hope she finds love with a non-polygamous man who can handle all parts of her and not make her feel bad for being who she is. All right, you guys, tell me what your thoughts are in the comments below. Bye, guys.